All right, the second exercise that we're going to be doing in our couplet for the A workout with the push-up is we're going to be doing 5 to 8 reps of jump squats. Now, if you cannot jump squat, by all means, just do squats. If you have access to weights, this is where I would have you use a barbell instead of jump squats. Force equals mass times acceleration. So we're limited by the mass of our body, but we can accelerate it by doing a jump squat to add resistance. So we're going to take advantage of that so that even if you do not have weight. Now, I am 5'6". I am not a tall person, but there is still a danger of me hitting my head in here. So please be careful of where you're doing these. Make sure you have enough height wherever you're doing it. So assuming that that you have enough height, what you're going to do is you're going to get your shoulders out. Your feet out at shoulder width. Misspoke there. You're going to go ahead, get your hands out to begin with. You're going to squat down, and what I'm going to have you do in this one is I'm actually going to have you pause in the bottom position, and from here, after a pause, there I'm going to have you jump, and that was close. But this will dissipate what's known as the stretch shortening cycle, which is that sort of rebound out that you sometimes feel. I want you to get down in that deep squat every single time that you do this. And I want you to hold it for 4 seconds. Now, how deep you get down is dependent on your flexibility. If you need to, you can hold onto a chair or something out in front of you so that you're able to be able to not lose your balance in that deep squat. But when you come up, I want you to come up with everything you have, assuming you're not going to bonk your head on the ceiling. Even short people can fly. That is an alternative. If you don't have the ability to do these, you don't feel comfortable, your joints aren't up to it, by all means, choose another variation of the squat. Some other variations. Obviously, we have just the regular squat, and with this, you can hold on to anything you need if you need for balance. So from here, you can get your hands out in front, spread the floor apart. I want you to focus on your hips going back. And in the beginning, if you can't squat all the way down in good form, if you feel like your knees are coming forward, you're not really sure how to squat, by all means, grab a chair and sit to that chair. That will help you to squat in a proper manner. So here, I'm going to get one of my kids' chairs. I'm going to go ahead and get my feet out again, heel shoulder width, spreading the floor apart. I'm reaching, sitting my butt back up. There's the chair, and come back up. You can work towards getting lower and lower in that squat. It should be done in a controlled manner. If squatting isn't your problem, but jumping for whatever reason, either because of the height of your ceiling or just your joints don't permit any jumping, by all means, going to some variation of a single leg squat is perfectly acceptable. So you can do lunges, are a perfectly fine way to do these, all right? If you have kettlebells or some other weight, you can make it a little bit harder by carrying a little bit of extra weight on there. There are any number of variations of the lunge position where you're putting more and more weight into it. Another such variation, which will make this even harder, is what's known as a Bulgarian split squat. Again, you're going to need something to elevate your back foot. So you go ahead and put your foot up. You're going to have to find that right distance. But once you've found it, from here, I'm going to come on all the way down, and I'm going to try to bring this back knee to touch the ground and back up. We can go ahead and do Bulgarian split squats as well. There are any number of variations here, and I can't cover them all, but if you're having trouble with any of the ones or you're having trouble finding the right level for you, go ahead and ask me. I'll try to do my best to answer it.